The Vitaly situation has just gone from bad to so much worse, as photos have started to emerge online of Vitaly and how he's looking right now after his arrest in the Philippines for being a quote-unquote undesirable foreign national within the Philippines. And he is looking a lot worse for wear, let me just tell you. Obviously, in case you've been living under a rock, Vitaly, otherwise known as one of the biggest OG streamers who's still kind of doing stuff on social media, got arrested over in the Philippines for basically harassing the locals. This little compilation video went mega viral about 2 months ago during the time of his arrest, and it basically shows all of the degenerate behaviour that went on the build-up to Vitaly's arrest.
Excuse me, madam. Sorry. I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No? Okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right. Trying to be nicer. You. Sir. No, yeah.
Please, I'll take.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Please.
Yes? No? What are you gonna do? Hello.
Hold it.
Hello. Hello.
Let me hold it.
Hello. 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 Paparazzi, you are messing twice on a paparazzi. Paparazzi. Paparazzi, you are my queen. Paparazzi.
So he was arrested. That was used as evidence within court, which was actually kind of funny. He literally set himself up for absolute failure, and the courts were just like, we see ya, you absolute knobhead. How about we just use everything that you've done as evidence against you and prove why we're going to detain you, why we're going to make an absolute example of you for future streamers, because obviously we've got the likes of Johnny Somali still kind of running around Korea at the moment, also facing some very serious charges, but he's also absolutely cooked. Now, as of right now, the arrest in the Philippines as of what took place on April 2nd of 2025 for the disruptive behaviour during his live streams. But as of June 2025, he remains detained in the Bureau of Immigration and in a detention centre, facing multiple crimes and criminal charges, including 3 counts of unjust vexation, theft, attempted theft, harassment and public disturbances. And these charges stem from incidents where he allegedly harassed security guards, attempted to steal items like a security guard's cap, and then stole an electric fan from a restaurant, and made inappropriate remarks, including threatening to rob a woman when mocking a surfing instructor in Boracay. Now, the Filipino authorities, led by the Interior Secretary Yonovic Remula, I've absolutely butchered that, I'm so sorry, basically stated that he was an undesirable foreign national and halted the deportation proceedings because obviously he's going to want to get deported back over to the United States so that his punishment is, on home soil. And that's exactly what Johnny Somali's trying to do as well. But these countries like South Korea and the Philippines are like, nah. Absolutely not. You're not going back. You're staying right here where we can charge you and where we can make an absolute example of you so that other people who think that this is a good idea coming over to harass our locals don't think it's a good idea anymore. I'll stand with it. Anyway, obviously, right now he's in legal limbo. Now, the legal analysts estimate a potential sentence of around 18 months for unjust vexation charges alone, with a maximum of 24 years if convicted on all counts, though some suggest a minimum of 5 years per count is more likely due to court backlogs, and his trial could be delayed by 2 to 3 years with no confirmed trial date as of June 2025. But his legal team, as you can imagine, filed for bail on June of 2025, citing mental health reasons, but the request was actually denied by Remelu, who's obviously at the head of the charging right now. And the Philippine president, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., publicly condemned his actions, calling them humiliating to Filipinos and emphasizing that such behaviors exploits the country's hospitality. Authorities are also pursuing his cameraman, suspected of Filipino national, for assisting the live streams. Now, they have actually decided to charge him as well with this, which, you know, he's, I guess, what's the word when you're like, you're in connections with them and you basically stood by and allow it to happen. But from this report from Deserto, according to a report by the Filipino publications of Manila Times, Christopher Dantes, aka Sly Kane, also facing charges over his involvement with Vitaly's videos. As for the alleged videographer or cameraman who was with Vitaly, now he has been charged according to the PNP. A case has been filed against him. This Christopher Dantes, alias Sly Kane, Claire Castro, Presidential Communications Officer, Under Secretary, and these people, I'm not going to try and butcher that, press officer says. He was charged with unjust vexation in relation to RA 10175 and RA 9995 and the Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act. Authorities also say that Dantes will be given a chance to defend himself against the charges before his sentence for the crimes. Days after being arrested, the president of the Philippines called out the insulted Vitaly for his behaviour around the country. So his cameraman has also been charged in connection to Vitaly, which, unsurprising as you can imagine, because, you know, he was there, he was recording it, he stood by and allowed it all to happen. He's probably got a bit of a leeway case, I suppose, if he kind of goes down the route of, this was my job, this is what I was paid to do. He could plead ignorance to a degree, but, you know, ultimately the Philippines want to make examples of them both. Now, the public and online sentiment with regards to this is incredibly mixed, with some like defending Vitaly's pranks as misunderstood. That's some of the stuff that I've seen online, and people highlighting the good that Vitaly did while he was in the Philippines, and, you know, being undesirable was unfair and being labelled as undesirable. But that literal 1 minute 14-second clip is enough to show that he's being a dick. But obviously, he's been in detention now for 2 months. Yeah, about 2 months now. And some photos have surfaced online, and he is looking a little bit worse for wear. So these are the photos that are circulating around the internet right now. Obviously, he's got his nice little orange t-shirt right there. And he's looking a little bit... Yeah, he's looking pretty devastated. He's realising that he's actually gone way too far this time. And this is a man, by the way, who's been arrested before and has pretty much, you know, with regards to the overall kind of criminal justice system, has been let off with a slap on the wrist. And now he's actually facing the repercussions of his actions for the very first time in a very serious way. And he's realising he's taken things way too far. But, you know, he's been a penis at the end of the day, and I can't think of anything more deserved. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below while you're down there. Jump to get the hell out of that like button and subscribe. Until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.